Okay, I know what you're thinking. Jeremy, why do you look like you're about to die? Well, actually, I kind of feel like I am. I had a long ride out here to get to the resort, and I have a lot of work planned today, which means I have a lot of content for you guys. So, first things first, I'm going to go shower and shave and kind of fix all this mess that's going on here, because this is not working for me. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to grab a bite of pizza, and after that I got so much content for you guys over the course of the next 3 days, so just keep watching. Make sure you watch the whole video, and there are all kinds of links in the description. Go check them out, because cool stuff. Just do it. Not quite there, just got out of the shower, got to eat the pizza, and then I'm coming right back. Alright guys, I finally showered and eaten, and welcome to the channel. And I don't know why I forgot to say welcome to the channel before. This is DoMoreLife, and I am Jeremy. This is my channel. Welcome. We teach everything on this channel about traveling. We educate travelers, and we try our best to keep traveling people out of trouble. And by out of trouble, I mean out of financial trouble, out of legal trouble, out of any kind of trouble that they can possibly get into. We do our very, very, very best to try to make sure that no one receives any kind of reprimand or consequences for their behavior, because we try to teach you what not to do before you come to Thailand. Now, this is going to be another email read, and this one is going to be especially relevant for pretty much anyone that comes to enjoy the nightlife tourism part of Thailand. Okay, it doesn't matter where you go, whether it's Pattaya or Bangkok or Koh Samui or Phuket. It doesn't matter what part of Thailand you're in. These are some general guidelines that I want you guys to understand, and I was sent this by an email of an expat who has been here about, I think, 7 years now. And he wanted to see if this email thing's taken off. He wanted to see if I would actually read his email and do a video about some of the concerns that he had. Now, I have to tone it down for political correctness, but please know, we're going to talk about guys and girls interacting in this video, and of course, everything's going to be politically correct, but you need to understand, nobody on this channel ever, especially myself, is condemning women or condemning the women of Thailand, or saying that the women of Thailand are worse than other women, or that the men don't play a huge role in this, because the men absolutely play a huge role in this. Okay, what we are going to try to do on this particular video is to let the man that's coming know, hey man, watch out for these things, because this is what it really means, and this is what you need to prepare yourself for. So, if you're not the type of person that can prepare yourself by listening and learning from other people's mistakes, this may not be the video for you. If, however, you understand that nobody in this video, what the emailer and myself included, are trying to talk about Thai women or Thai life in a negative aspect in any way, form, or fashion, this is the video for you. And if you're looking to prepare yourself for a visit, and you're a guy, and or a girl for that matter, and you want to spend a lot of time partaking in the nightlife activities, there are many nightlife activities to partake in here in Thailand. So if you are an open-minded person, then this is definitely going to be the video for you. So let's go. He says, these are some of the 5 most common questions and their meanings, or what she is thinking. You will be asked over and over again if you are hitting the nightlife scene. Also, if you are just chatting a girl up at 7-Eleven. So this doesn't necessarily just go toward the nightlife. This goes for chatting a girl up at 7-Eleven or meeting a girl at a restaurant. This is the truth about the interaction that's taking place. Number 1, and this will probably be the first question you will ever be asked. Where you come from? That is a common question asked amongst Thai people in general, but specifically Thai women. Where you come from? What she's wanting to know is the country wealthy, cold, or hot? Safe, any good or bad reputations? That's what she's wanting to know. Then, is this the place I would want to live? Easy visa laws. How much will you spend? Because if you come from a poor country, you're probably not likely to spend a lot of money. If you come from a very wealthy country, you might be likely to spend more money. How will you treat me based on your country's reputation? So if your country has a reputation for treating women bad, then they're probably going to think you're going to treat them bad. If your country has a good reputation on women and the way that you treat them, then they're probably going to think you're going to treat them well. Common assumptions. And these are just assumptions, and they're common, okay? Canadians and Australians are gentlemen, spend money, easy, very nice men. Germans and English will drink and party too much, will usually be drunk by the end of the night. Americans talk too much, have little vacation time, but have more money. That's actually true. But not always the money part. Israeli or Italians will be cheap. Japanese or Chinese will spend big money, will not cause any drama. Now, again, these are just assumptions, okay? This does not include every single person of every single country, all right? Common assumptions that the girl is making in her head. That's what she's doing. The second question, is this your first time in Thailand? Now be very careful when you answer this question, whether it is your first time in Thailand or not. And I'm not telling you to lie, but I'm telling you to be careful about what you say, because what she really wants to know is, how much effort will I put into you? The longer you are here, the more interest she may have, unless she wants to move far away someday. So in other words, if you're going to be here for a week or 2 weeks, she may be looking at a long-term, that's considered long-term here if you're on holiday, a long-term boyfriend to take good care of her for the next 2 weeks. And then, you know, she's pretty much got it made for the next 2 weeks because you're going to be taking care of her. And that's what happens here in Thailand, okay? It's just what happens. It's not bad or good or indifferent. It just is what it is. This is how many people, women and men, because men have a role in the back part of this, but this is how many people, especially women, make their living. And they do it successfully and never have any problems. So who am I to judge anybody? Nobody. They may want to know what kind of mind game they can play with you, if any, based on the question, how long you stay in Thailand. She's also going to be thinking, will I treat you as a business or something more? I told you these girls make a living over here off tourism. She going to treat you as a business, or is she going to treat you as somebody that she could possibly stay with long term? I don't know. How fast/hard do I have to work to make you fall in love with me? That's what she's thinking. So if you're going to be staying here for a long period of time, then she knows, if you're going to be here for 3 weeks to 8 weeks, she knows she's got a little bit of time to work with. She knows that she doesn't have to be gunning really hard to get your undivided attention straight out the gate. If you're only going to be here for a week, she knows she's got to do it quickly. And I'm telling you, man, these girls are good at it. They are good at it. The way that the guys fall into this, so that you guys don't think I'm only discrediting women here, the guys are the backbone of some of these women. Many of these women have boyfriends. And the women, for lack of a better term, bring home the bacon. That's what we say in America in terms of who brings home the most cash. The boyfriend supports them and takes them where they need to go, does what they need to do, but it's the girl's job to make the money. So that's something else to keep in mind. The next question, where you stay. I guarantee she's going to ask you where you stay. Since most girls know the high and low end hotels where you stay will say a lot about your budget and you. If they know you're here for 4 weeks staying at a high-end resort, perhaps one with big free breakfast buffet, she will know she will eat well and you will have plenty to spend on her. That's a statement of fact, guys. It just is. Cheap hotel equals cheap guy. Now, a lot of guys get smart. They get a cheap hotel, but they have plenty of money. That works well in certain situations, and I'll do another video on that at some other point in time. Does your hotel have AC or just a fan? Does it have nice beds for good sleep? These are questions she's thinking in her head. Do I know anyone that works there? Does she have any friends, family who may work there? She may not want to go with you because oftentimes she may not want to go back with you to the room if she has friends or family that work there, because believe it or not, one reason you see vloggers getting shut down that are walking on Walking Street and taking pictures of these girls and kind of flaunting the nightlife of certain areas is because these girls don't want everybody to know, and neither do the boyfriends that drop them off. So, you know, she probably is not going to go with you if she has friends or family that works there. That's all I'm saying. How does the hotel treat entertainers? Some places will make copies of the person's ID that you bring back, or even hold it until they leave. And this is to protect you from them, as it is very common in places like Pattaya, Koh Samui, Bangkok, and other larger cities. That's kind of more for your protection than anything else, really, because if you get something stolen, or if you wind up with somebody coming knocking on your door, that kind of thing, at least you have a reference point for the police. The next question, do you have a wife, girlfriend, or children? All of these are red flags. Red flags right here. If you get this question, do you have a wife, girlfriend, or children? Red flag, red flag, red flag. All of these are red flags. You are not someone who is looking for love. If you have kids, they may not want part of that. What's your motivation? If you are single, no attachments, you will be more interesting. Remember that. If you're single and you have no attachments to the girl, or if guys are your thing, whatever you choose to do, you are going to be more interesting to them if you have no commitments. Some will want to see if you're loyal. In other words, they'll try to get to your cell phone at some point and want to see your Facebook or your Instagram or something like that, and they'll want to find out if you're really, the guy that you say you are. So, with all that being said, what are the best answers to keep them from knowing much about you? And this is important. If you're not planning on coming back, or if you're just planning on coming from city to city to city, and you're just here to have a good time, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, these are important. Always follow up with your own question to deflect hers and have her move on. And that can be her or him, depending on your interest. Here's how you do it. Where you come from. I was born in X, wherever, but I have not lived in any place long enough to call it home. What part of Thailand are you from, and how long have you been in X? In other words, wherever you are right then. Deflects the question. Is this your first time in Thailand? That's a question she's going to ask. It's my first time in this part of Thailand. What's the city where you come from, and how different is it from here? Is there anything special to see? Perhaps someday you could show me. How long you stay in Thailand? This is a good one. This is an important one. I'm not sure yet. I could get called back to work anytime. How long have you been here or been working here? So you're deflecting the question back on her. And if you say, you could get called back to work at any time, then that kind of leaves the door open for your escape pretty much at any point if you're trying to not get bogged down in the nightlife. If you're trying to not become, I don't want to say victimized, because you put yourself in that position, so you're not a victim. But if you don't want to become a person that gets bogged down in the nightlife. Where you stay? Here's how you answer it. I checked out of the place I thought was going to be nice today or tomorrow. Can you recommend or know of some decent places? There you go. That's a new one, right? Deflect that one off and let's see what she says. So, being respectful, okay? Being respectful. You have to be respectful. Talk, but saying nothing will not only protect yourself from games, it may also keep you and your valuables safe. While most, as in 99%, of the girls and the guys and the staff at the hotels or whatever are all nice, warm, and friendly people, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Some things to think about. Some girls are still holding out for the white knight. Others are looking for the long con or the long term. Could be real, could be fake. Some are just there for business. Knowing her motives is the best way to match yours. It's okay if you end up in the most rewarding relationship that lasts a lifetime, while others may only last a few days or a few hours for that matter. You just never know when you're getting yourself into these situations, but that's why you want to try and prepare yourself as best as possible. Do not be shy to ask questions. The rules of dating in your country, the view of the girlfriend experience are not the same here. Okay? So your dating rules in your country and the view of the girlfriend experience are different in Thailand than they are in your home country. I 100% guarantee it. It's not the same thing. Knowing the rules before you start to play the game is very, very, very important. So you need to understand these are the rules, right? We're trying to give you the rules before you start to play the game. You wouldn't sit down at a chessboard if you didn't know the rules of chess and try to play. And that's essentially what we're doing right now. Last parting words. Remember, love can find you when you are not looking for it. Same way you can be robbed when you are not expecting it. Keep your guard up, but not so much as not to enjoy the experience. Even being pickpocketed can be a fun story to tell when you get back home, and that's true. Once you have time to laugh about it. Now, I would like to thank the email sender of that email. And I want to tell you guys that, you know, just because I make these videos about warning guys about the dangers of certain cities and the dangers of playing the nightlife game, that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you about the nightlife game based on other people's experiences and a few of my own. I want you to know that that's what this is about. This is not about learning how to pull one over on somebody or learning how to disgrade or disregard or discredit someone. The last thing you will ever want to do in your life in Thailand is disrespect a Thai. I promise. It's the worst thing you could ever do. So these videos are not intended in any way, form, or fashion to disrespect the working environment, the relationships. Some people think that what these girls and some guys, what these people, I would just say, do to support themselves is immoral. Well, that's your opinion, okay? I mean, it's your opinion. This is how a lot of people make their living and earn their income. It's their choice. It's their right, and it's their freedom to do so. Just know you have been warned and you have been educated. And that is my goal. Whatever you do today, guys, be sure you do more life.